Welcome everyone. Today I have something very concerning I want to warn you guys about, and right now the ongoing massive dupe for the uber unique items for things are going crazy. So look at this particular Temper's silk rope. This is something item I warned you guys in the previous video, and this was a day ago. So my friend just shared this screenshot with me and I checked it is the case. This particular player over here has listed over 43 of the same silk ropes. So what does this mean? This means they're duplicating non-stop. So here, look at the player's names, look at this player's name, and I guess, well, I do apologize if he happened to have found that many, I might have mistaken. But so I don't know how everyone can farm over 43 of the same item on the same player account, right? Now, just so you guys know, just one seller along with 43 of the same item listing for 33 divine, that is over 1,400 divine duplicated from one seller. This is crazy and you need to know about this. So this player, I do think he's selling over 43 of those. And right now, if you remember the video from yesterday, the price were about 80. It fell from 170 divine to 80 divine. And now the price has fallen and continuously crashing down to 30 and also even lower. And the amount of item that is available went from 40 to 160 to 260. So what has been happening and what is getting worse is the duping of items. And if you haven't seen the previous video, and check out the video from Sir Gork, who also explained this and also shared the concern on Reddit. So the temporary rogue bug and a lot of other items are getting duped or getting perfect stats of this particular bug or abuse. So what can affect other items is that players are also using the same instance crash exploit, which we will not cover this and don't recommend anyone to even try this, but they are valving those uber unique items, and each time they fail the valve, they will repeat. It's a save reload. They literally save and also load in the game to valve any unique items in the game to get the best stats so it can sell for over hundreds, 500s of divines for those items. Similarly, they're using similar method to make and also duplicate multiple uber unique items under the same run or same key. So one key can potentially give them over 10, 20 of the same chest. So what does this mean for us? This means that the market is currently suffering a lot. So if you're planning to buy uber unique items or any fancy item that is corrupted, please be careful. So not only those chests are definitely a red light over here, a red flag, because the developers has mentioned, and they have done this in Path of Exile 1, they delete all of those duplicated items, and they have done this multiple times in POE 1. So if you happen to buy this one for cheap, well, the next day the price might go to 20 divine. So you're actually paying too high, right? Because there's so many of those listed and they have like over 40. They're printing more items than you can farm the divines. And at the same time, the prices are constantly crashing. So even if you want to risk buying this one, you don't care about those items can potentially be deleted once the developers are back, then the price are lowering down. My friend yesterday bought it for 55 divine and today is 31. I warned my friend to not buy it. He said he wanted it. He just wanted to play it. He got to play it, but the price almost halved within one day. So look at the previous video, look at the warning, guys. There is also ways people are duplicating, getting perfect rare items as well. So none of the top end items are safe. The perfectly corrupted item with uber uniques are getting massively duplicated because look at this. They are getting 94% non-stop. And those items previously they were selling for like 200 divine, and the prices are crashing because they can save and also reload and make those items into the perfect row, even higher row than original row, using the corruption method that they just save and reload. And similarly, a lot of those items are duplicated. And again, any of the rare items that you are looking at, please watch this previous video because it warn you about rare items duplication and also how this can affect the market. And everything is also explained, and make sure you watch the timestamps on the previous video. So to summarize this particular part, what is happening is, yes, please be careful with your currency because the biggest drawback is even if you don't participate in the duplication, you need to understand that if you happen to have bought one of those duplicated items, there's a high chance of those items getting deleted when the developers are back from holidays. And if that happens, you would have lost your divine. At the same time, because those items are getting massively duplicated, even if they don't get deleted, there will be too much supply on the market. If you pay 30 divine now, tomorrow it will be 20 divine. and the day after it'll be 15. The reasons players are flash selling this is because they can be, IMT, they can sell this for real money, and they are literally printing money. So you have to be careful. Do not waste your hard-earned currency on these massive ongoing item dupes with rare items, with unique chests, and also with corrupted items for any category. All of those items are not safe because they're safe reloading and doing this non-stop. Now, if you guys haven't subscribed or haven't turned the notification on, make sure you guys do so because I will be keeping you guys updated with the latest market changes and also how the economy of Path of Exile 2 will adapt to those changes, and also reporting and also warning you guys about the latest scams, the latest duplications, and also how this can affect you to protect you about those concerns. Because I know you guys play the game a lot and we spend a lot of time in this game. So I want to make sure you guys are updated with the latest information and also stay alert for Path of Exile 2. Now, in order to not end the video with something negative and also scary and also stressful, I also have one additional tip I want to share with you guys about this particular path. Look how my mouse is and look how the radius of the towers. Did you know that you can check the radius of the towers to see what they buff and how can you use the tablet? We'll also briefly talk about those small methods and also tips which I will be adding to our future guides. Check this out, you can actually see it, right? I'll tell you guys how to check it in the game. Now, over here, I want to bring you guys to another interesting discovery, and I do want to say a thank you to Ring1 over here for sharing this method. After posting our latest video guide, he actually mentioned that you can actually see the radius. So you might be wondering, what do I mean by see the radius? So click on this tower. What if I want to put a tablet in this tower? I want to see what radius this tower covers and what are the things that will be buffed, but this does not show in the game. How did I activate this, right? So what you want to see is you actually can't see it if you're in your hideout. You have to come over to the Zegaran refuge, and big thank you to our viewer for pointing this out. I was really surprised they did not input this system in a better quality of life, right? So you have to come over here, and if you interact the map with this, notice that the towers actually shows up the radius. Look at that. So if you hover your mouse on this and you put your thing in, the towers actually shows up in radius. It will show me the radius this particular tablet will cover, and this will greatly help you to predetermine which of the zones you should be clearing out and how to juice out your maps. And this is wonderful, right? Look at this. I know all the towers and also the range and how to benefit from each of the towers. Now, if you want to learn how to juice up maps, we have a guide over here to teach you about this step by step. And in the latest videos, we even juice up the maps to tier 18 to get those bonus amazing points. If you have not gotten them, you can get this one within 1 to 2 hours, even at level 80. I started to do this around level 85 or around level 79 if you look at the previous video, and by doing less than 10 maps, I gained 5 levels. Amazing amount of experience, and this also gives you tons of goodies, like here additional waystones, and over here additional quantity of items. Over here I get additional strap blocks, but you can get additional shine as well. And here additional levels to boss maps, which is amazing for more stats and also more loots. Now, before we finish, if you guys haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so because I'll be looking into the latest Path of Exile 2 news on different communities and also on our official forum, official webpage. I'll also be looking into the best build for each of the class as the meta develops with the Chinese and also the English community. So stay tuned for the latest update and also guides for Path of Exile 2. And of course, this is going to be a big month for us. And I'll try to bring you guys all of the latest content and also guides for Path of Exile 2 to come.